All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive. So I guess, first of all,
Yeah.
what does a real-time analyst actually do?
Okay. So real-time analysts,
Real-time has got to be pretty fast-paced.
it is very fast-paced.
Yeah.
They're essentially making sure that everything is running smoothly
Okay.
across all the different channels that a company might have.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
you're thinking about like phone calls,
Yes.
emails, chat, any kind of customer interaction that's happening in real time.
Okay.
They're monitoring all of those things.
Okay, so they're keeping an eye on those?
Yes.
And then what are they actually looking for?
They're looking at a bunch of different metrics
Okay.
to try to figure out how to optimize the experience,
Okay.
both for the customer and for the agents that are working.
Gotcha. So let's talk about those metrics.
Okay.
What kind of things are we talking about?
So some of the key metrics that they're looking at
Yeah.
are things like service level,
Okay.
average speed of answer,
Uh-huh.
queue volume.
Okay, so what is...
So service level is
Yeah.
essentially a measure of how quickly
Okay.
customers are getting their needs met.
Okay, so it's not...
Like if you're thinking about a contact center,
Uh-huh.
it's how quickly are those calls getting answered.
Got it.
If you're thinking about like a chat
Right.
on a website,
Yeah.
how quickly are those chats getting answered?
Okay.
Average speed of answer is very similar. It's specifically focused on the phone channel.
Got it.
So how long are people waiting on hold
Yeah, makes sense.
before they actually get to talk to an agent?
And so queue volume,
Yes.
is that just literally like how long is the line?
Yeah, it's essentially how many people are waiting
Okay.
at any given time to get their needs met.
Okay, so it's kind of like if you walk into a restaurant
Exactly.
and there's a big line out the door.
Yeah, you know it's going to be a while.
Right.
That's essentially what queue volume is.
Yeah. Okay.
So those are some of the key ones that they're looking at in real time.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of other ones too.
Okay.
They're also looking at things like real-time adherence.
Real time. What was that?
Adherence.
Adherence.
So this is basically making sure that
Yeah.
all of their agents are following their schedules,
Okay.
are taking their breaks at the right time,
Got it.
are actually available to handle those customer interactions.
So it's almost
How
like
do you
they're
feel?
trying to kind of predict or like see into the future
A little bit, yeah.
and make sure that...
They're trying to make sure that
Yeah.
they're going to have enough people available
Right.
to handle all those contacts.
Okay.
So that's a really important one.
Okay, cool. What about...
They're also looking at abandonment rate.
Okay. And what is that?
So that's essentially how many people are
Actually,
giving up.
Like hanging up the phone.
Hanging up the phone, leaving a
Yeah.
chat, abandoning their online shopping cart.
So like they're waiting in line.
Yeah,
They decide it's taking too long.
exactly.
And they just walk out.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's another really important one that
Right.
they're keeping a close eye on.
Yeah, because that would make sense. Like
Yeah.
you don't want people to give up.
No, you don't want people to give up.
Yeah.
You want to make sure that they're getting their needs met.
Right. Okay.
And then another one is occupancy rate.
Occupancy rate.
Okay, what is that?
So that's basically looking at how busy the
Dollar.
agents are.
So, if they're on the phone,
Yeah.
how much of their time are they actually spending talking to customers
Right.
versus doing other things
Right.
like after call work or things like that?
Okay.
So they're trying to find that sweet spot
Yeah.
where the agents are busy enough to be productive,
Yeah.
but not so busy that they're getting burned out.
Right. So there's this balance
There's a balance.
that
Yeah,
you're trying to find there.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a lot of metrics.
It is a lot of metrics.
Yeah. So what kind of tools are they using
Yeah.
to actually like keep an eye on all these things?
So they're using a variety of different tools.
Okay.
One of the key ones is IEX force management tools.
Workforce
The
management.
workforce management.
Okay.
So these are tools that help them to forecast demand,
Okay.
to schedule their agents appropriately, to track adherence and things like that.
All right.
So some of the big names in that space
Yeah.
are companies like IEX
Yeah.
and Verint. So those are really important tools.
Yeah. It sounds like they need some pretty sophisticated software.
They do, yeah.
Mhm.
They're also using a lot of dashboards,
Okay.
monitoring software. So
Mhm.
these are tools that give them a real-time view
Okay.
of what's happening across all of their different channels.
So it's almost like
Right.
like a mission control or something.
Exactly like a mission control.
Yeah. Okay.
So, they can see how many calls are coming in,
Yeah.
how long people are waiting on hold, how many chats are coming in, things like that.
And how are they communicating all this stuff
Yeah.
with each other and with like the rest of the company?
So they're using a lot of communication platforms.
Okay.
Things like Slack,
Uh-huh.
Microsoft Teams.
Yeah. Those kinds of things.
Exactly.
Right.
And then, of course, good old Excel.
Oh, yeah. Always.
Always got to have Excel.
Yep.
For reporting, for analysis,
Right.
for tracking all of their data.
Gotcha.
So those are some of the key tools that they're using.
Yeah. So it sounds like a pretty
Yeah.
demanding job.
It is a very demanding job.
Yeah. What would you say are some of the biggest challenges?
I think one of the biggest challenges
Yeah.
is just the fast-paced nature of the work.
Right.
Things are constantly changing.
Yeah.
They have to be able to make decisions very quickly,
Yeah.
often with incomplete information.
Right. And like one wrong decision
Yeah.
could really mess things up.
Could have a ripple effect
Yeah. Yeah.
across the entire operation.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's definitely a big challenge.
Okay. And what about in terms of skills?
Yeah.
What kind of skills do you need?
So you definitely need to be good with numbers.
Okay.
You're looking at a lot of data.
Right.
You need to be able to analyze it,
Yeah.
make sense of it.
Yeah.
But you also need to have really good problem-solving skills.
Okay.
When things go wrong,
Uh-huh.
you need to be able to figure out what happened. That's right.
And how to fix it.
And quickly.
And quickly.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then I think communication skills are really important as well. You're working with a lot of different teams.
Yeah.
You need to be able to communicate effectively, both with technical and non-technical audiences.
So almost like they're the interpreters between like the data and then like the actual people who are doing the work.
Exactly.
Okay.
So those are some of the key skills that you need.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So I guess just to wrap things up,
Okay.
it sounds like real-time analysts are kind of like the unsung heroes.
I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah. They're the ones that are making sure that everything runs smoothly,
Yeah.
and we don't even really realize it. We're just